Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the latest twists in the story of Lu Yuyui and Jiusi.
Yuru really gets it.
She knows the Jiu family's massive wealth wasn't just built overnight. It came from generations of trust with partners like Boss Wan. So, when he hit a rough patch, she didn't just turn her back. She understood that in the world of business, everyone's connected. If Boss Wan succeeds, the Jiu family succeeds too. It's a win-win. This wasn't some impulsive decision either. She'd studied the ledgers and knew Boss Wan was a trustworthy man. Her compassionate and savvy thinking brought him to tears and even impressed her mother-in-law, Zhang Rou. With Zhang Rou's blessing, Lu Yuru officially signed the agreement, solidifying her place as a capable and reliable leader for the Jiu family's business. Zhang Rou finally felt she could entrust the family's future to her. Luo Zishang was lurking in the shadows, absolutely certain Boss Wan would come to him begging for a loan. Imagine his surprise when he found out Lu Yuru had not only helped Boss Wan, but had done so by using her own dowry as collateral. This move made Luo Zishang extremely suspicious. Who is this woman? Really? He immediately ordered a full investigation into her background, sensing she was a much bigger player than he initially thought. That night, Lu Yuru couldn't stop giggling to herself. She had a brand new life goal: make a ton of money and become Boss Lu. Maybe, just maybe, if she became powerful enough in her own right, she could finally divorce Jiusi and be free. When Jiusi heard this, it was like a bucket of ice-cold water poured over him. The thought of her wanting to leave him sent a chill straight to his bones. The next morning, things felt different. Lu Yuru, now completely focused on her business ventures, rode in Jiusi's carriage to scout for new shops. She was all business, no longer doting on him like she used to. This sudden shift left Jiusi feeling lost and strangely uncomfortable. As if things weren't complicated enough, who should reappear but the Xian Lu Yuru's first love? They bumped into each other right outside the academy and started chatting. Jiusi, burning with curiosity and a little jealousy, tried to get his attendant to eavesdrop, but was too proud to admit it. When the Xian later spoke to Jiusi, perhaps testing him, Jiusi stood his ground, declaring firmly that he would never let Lu Yuru suffer any injustice. This newfound determination seemed to affect other parts of his life too. In class, Jiusi was completely distracted, probably thinking about Lu Yuru, when the teacher called him out. Expecting him to fail, everyone was stunned. The notorious playboy recited the entire text flawlessly. It seems our boy is finally growing up. Back at the Jiu estate, Zhang Rou's trust in Lu Yuru was absolute. She handed her a massive new project, a major deal with Boss Joe from Yo. This was a huge opportunity, but also a huge challenge. Boss Joe was a discerning client, and even with the Jiu family's stellar reputation, he was still shopping around for the best price in all of Yangzhou. The pressure was on. But Lu Yuru faced an immediate roadblock. The Jiu family's old stubborn managers refused to follow her lead. Not a single one showed up for the strategy meeting. But Lu Yuru wasn't deterred. She decided right then and there she would visit each and every one of them, personally. This is just the beginning of her fight to win them over and prove her worth. What do you think will happen next?
Oh, at the dinner table that night, you wouldn't believe what happened. Zhu Langhua and Jiang Rou were doting on Liu Yuru, piling food onto her plate like she was their long-lost daughter. And their actual son, Jiusi, he was sitting right there, practically fuming with jealousy. It was a sight to see. Lu Yuru, on the other hand, was acting all high and mighty, super confident about sealing this big business deal she was working on. But Jiusi, having grown up watching his mum run the family business, knew better. He knew that the bigger the deal, the bigger the risks. These merchants are a slippery bunch. No matter how sweet the talk, until that deposit is paid, anything can happen. Even with a deposit, If you can't deliver the goods on time, you can forget about making a profit. You'd be lucky to just break even. And just as he was thinking this, Yuru's confident facade completely crumbled. She just burst into tears, right there at the table. Turns out, she was terrified and had no real confidence at all. Seeing her so distressed, Jiusi's heart softened. He started comforting her, offering words of encouragement. It was actually a really sweet moment between them. This led to a rather interesting pact. They made a bet. If Yuru could earn 1 million, and Jiusi could become the top scholar in the imperial examinations, then whoever accomplished their goal first would get to decide if they wanted a divorce. What a high-stakes game they're playing. The very next morning, when Yuru woke up, Jiusi was already gone. Her maid, Yin Hong, told her that he had left for school early and had even been studying while eating his breakfast. It seems their little pact really lit a fire under him. But that's not all he did. Before he left, he came up with a brilliant strategy for Yuru to outsmart those cunning old shopkeepers she was dealing with. His plan was genius. He pointed out that among all the shopkeepers, there was one, Manager Ma from the timber shop, who was the weak link. He was newly promoted and had the least experience. The other seasoned merchants were probably trying to strong-arm her and drive down the price. Manager Ma was different. He was ambitious and probably looking for a powerful ally to secure his new position. He might not be on the same page as the others. So, following Jiusi's advice, Yuru decided to make her move. She secretly sent a message to arrange a private meeting with Manager Ma. She's going to play the game on her own terms, thanks to her husband's unexpected help. It looks like these two are finally starting to work together, even if it's for their own separate goals.
Yugui's brilliant strategy. Yuru's business is absolutely booming. She's been a whirlwind of activity, personally managing every single detail. Imagine this. She's running all over Yangzhou, from one shop to the next, so busy that she barely has time to eat. She even hitches a ride on Jiusi's carriage, quickly grabs a bite, and is off again. She's a true powerhouse. One evening, she has to leave a dinner party early because of an unsettled account. Later, Jiusi goes to see her and finds out the good news. A client, Boss Joe, was incredibly impressed with her work and is ready to sign a contract and pay the deposit the very next day. It seems like a huge victory is just around the corner for the Jiu family. But just when things are looking up, a new challenger enters the ring. A mysterious merchant named Luo Zishang suddenly appears out of nowhere. He swoops in with an offer that seems too good to be true. A price 25% lower than what the Jiu family proposed, and he promises to deliver the goods a whole month earlier. Yuru is, of course, incredibly disappointed. She's worked so hard, but it looks like she's been outmaneuvered. She has no choice but to accept this frustrating setback. Meanwhile, Jiusi gets the same news from his trusted aide, Munan. To get more information, Jiusi decides to hang out with his old friends, Chun Zun and Yang Wenchang. From them, he learns something interesting about this new rival. Luo Zishang isn't just a sharp businessman. He's also earned himself a reputation as the newest playboy in Yangzhou. This guy is making waves in more ways than one. Then, things get even more complicated. Luo Zishang arranges a meeting with Yuru at the famous Qimming Tower. His proposal is audacious. He suggests that if the Jiu family backs out of the competition, he will personally give her 30% of the profits. It's a classic bribery attempt, trying to get her to betray her own family's interests for personal gain. But Yura is not someone to be bought. She flatly refuses his offer. Seeing that bribery won't work, Luo Zishang switches tactics. He tries to attack her emotionally, attempting to find a weakness and manipulate her. He probably thinks he can talk his way into getting what he wants. But Lu Yuru stands her ground. Her response is powerful and speaks volumes about her relationship with Jiusi. She tells Luo Zishang that Jiusi is different from other men. He is pure and true in his feelings for her. She even says that if, for some reason, he ever decided to divorce her, she knows he would still treat her with respect and kindness. This shows just how much their bond has grown, from a marriage of convenience to one of deep trust and affection. After this intense confrontation, Lu Yu has another important meeting, this time with Boss Joe. She shows him the samples she prepared. Here's the brilliant part. Liu Yuru has figured out Boss Joe's secret. He's not just a regular merchant.
He's actually a member of the military.
He's in Yangzhou on a secret mission to purchase military supplies. Knowing this, Liu Yuru made sure that all her samples were of the highest quality, perfectly suited for military use. She's not just a good businesswoman. She's incredibly perceptive. She lays her cards on the table with sincerity. She tells Boss Joe that if he decides to cooperate with the Jiu family, he should meet her at Qiminglu the next day. The stage is set for a major decision that could change everything. Will her honesty and superior quality win over Boss Joe? We'll have to wait and see. What a series of events. From business success to a cunning rival and a powerful declaration of love and trust. Luo Zishang's one question, completely unsettled. Lu Yuhu, she tried to act like it didn't bother her, but she couldn't stop thinking about it. Why was the Jiu family so desperate to marry her? A girl from a simple cloth merchant's family. The more she thought, the more suspicious she became. She was just about to go ask the Jiu family
For an explanation when her maid, Yin Hong, rushed in with news.
Boss Joe had been holed up in a Xian all day and had Yuan signed the contract with the Luo family. This was great news! It meant the Jiu family still had a chance to partner with him. Meanwhile, Jiusi was doing some digging of his own. He learned from his father that Luo Zishang was from the prestigious Luo family of Jin. He was the sole survivor of a massive fire that wiped out his entire family. This tragedy turned him into a cold, ruthless businessman. This same Luo Zishang was now meeting with the military governor of Yangzhou and his son, Wang Rong. Wang Rong was a real piece of work, known for his cruelty and for kidnapping other men's wives. Luo Zishang dropped a bombshell on them. The Jiu family's powerful political backer was about to lose power. The governor, realizing Luo Zishang could read the emperor's mind, knew he was no ordinary merchant. But Luo Zishang's help came with a horrifying price. He wanted 30% of the Jiu family's wealth after their downfall. Not only that, he wanted the entire family ruined and for Jiusi to lose everything and die right in front of him. What a chilling request! Back at Qiming Tower, Lulu was anxiously waiting. Would Boss Joe show up? She had no idea. Elsewhere, Jiuzi's friends, Chunzon and Yang Wencheng, were teasing him about a nickname he'd given Lu Jiusi, usually so easygoing, completely lost his temper. Seeing him so fiercely protective, Yang Wencheng had a sudden realization. Could it be? Had Jiusi actually fallen in love with Lu Yuru? Just as Lu Yuru and Zhou finished their meeting and were about to leave the tower, their path was blocked. It was Wang Rong and his thugs. He started spewing vile insults and lies, trying to defame Lu Yuru and Zhou. But Wang Rong picked the wrong person to mess with. Zhou, coming from a military background, wasn't one to back down from a fight, especially when his honor was at stake. Swords were drawn in an instant, and a tense standoff began. What will happen next? Will Jiusi arrive in time to save them? Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more episodes. See you in the next video.